It is so important to have an observability platform to be able to find and investigate and remediate AI access. Among all the customers that I work with, I see two main concerns emerging across many different industries, and that is I don't understand what agentic identities are taking action in my environment. And two, I am having a really hard time tying those agentic identities back to individual human assets. So here I want to show you two different flows in the Verify Identity Protection platform, which is an observability platform that gives me total visibility of all of the identity activity across my infrastructure. I have the ability to drill into these shadow AI agents on my infrastructure. Here I can look and see the various users that have agents running within on their systems. If I expand Nishad's, I can see that there are two cursor agents on his machine, and one of them is unknown. So this has not authenticated in a mechanism that is appropriate. We can see the playbook that triggered based on that and the associated risk score. In the event that we do have unknown agents, we can then fire off an incident and take remediation actions against that to resolve that unknown identity. The other use case I wanted to show is the end-to-end asset flow of a given user. So if I drill in, I can see all the north-south access, but I also have the ability to look at a full user flow. So here I can see my user kicked off a cursor agent. That agent lives in Azure. I then have a policy that says, hey, in order to access external systems, please authenticate to a HashiCorp vault using your Azure identity. We can then trace that it assumed a new identity from the dynamic secrets engine on this path. So from here, it's leveraging an AWS identity to access an S3 bucket and update production reports. I can follow that entire chain and tie that back to a single user, even though this agent started out with an identity in Azure and transitioned to an identity from a vault for an S3 bucket. So these two use cases, I can both find unknown agent activity, and I can also trace agent activity back to a source user and validate that it's following the policies that I've put in place that really drive secure access.